Good afternoon. Welcome to Riverking Hockey from Southwood County Recreation Center. This is Parker Rutherford for Hockey TV and Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. Today's daytime game between the Wisconsin Rapids Riverkings and Dells Ducks. Riverkings come off a win in overtime Sunday night against these Dells Ducks. As the puck is about to drop for the second game between these two teams. Hatfield wins the draw back to Brett DeLotte. Gatos gains center ice and dumps it in behind Safaro. DeLotte keeps it in the zone. Bevins chips it out of his own zone. Back to Brett DeLotte at the zone blue line. Gatos behind his net. Back for DeLotte. Puck is rimmed around the boards to Ryan Mance. Mance chips it out of the zone. Back to the Dells defenseman. Dells gain the Wisconsin Rapids zone. Turned over to Tom McManus. McManus rushes up the middle. Broken up by the Dells. Mavrogiannis is tripped, and the puck goes back to his D. Raymond Fleming gives it over to McManus. McManus chips it off the glass, broken up by the Dells. Mavrogiannis wraps behind his own net, chips it out of the zone to Adam Peterson. Peterson coming on a breakaway. Shot misses the net high into the netting. And the refs say it was tipped off of the Dells stick, and actually it wasn't. It was straight off of Peterson's stick up into the netting, so the faceoff will be outside the Dells zone. Rapids wins the draw back to Hartley. Hartley gets it in, and Safaro stops for his D. Dells attempt to break it out, ship it off the glass, and Moore puts it back in. Nickel attempts to get it out, but Hartley breaks it up and puts it back behind Safaro. Hartley off the glass, up to Young. Young chips it for Krieger, who wraps around the Dells net. And McPhee comes out with it. McPhee behind the Dells goal. Sends it for Gatos. Gatos shot high and wide on the netting. In goal for these two teams, it'll be number 34 for Xander Safiro for the Ducks, and number 31, Eric Schutte for the Riverkings. Hatfield wins a draw, back to Gatos. Gatos shot high and wide. Stopped the blue line by DeLotte. DeLotte puts it back down low for Mance. Kasirik comes out with it. Hatfield takes a shot right into the chest of Safiro, who covers it up for a face-off. Hatfield, Scarcella. Scarcella wins the draw. Back to Soderstrom. Some chips it out. and the puck will go all the way down for Adele's icing. Scarcella and Quarters line up for the draw to the left of Zafiro. Quarters wins the draw to Mavrogiannis, who shoots, saves Zafiro. Fleming keeps it in, but taken back out by the Dells. And they put it back behind Schutte. McManus wraps it, kept in by Soderstrom. Quarters puts it back deep in the zone, in the Dells zone. Zafiro plays it up to his D. And it pops out to Fleming, gets to McManus. McManus shifts it back into the zone. Mavrogiannis comes out with it in the Dells corner, who turns it over. Scarcella coming in with Fleming and covered up by Schutte. Face off to the right of Schutte. There'll be Shinicki and Edwards. Edwards wins the draw. Richard Young. Young to McCauley, who was hit off the puck, but bounces right to Young. The Dells get it out of their zone, back to Hartley, and Hartley fires it right back in. Nickel behind his own net. Chipped off the glass, up to the forward to put it back on Eric Schutte, who stops it for his D. Moore's pass goes wide, and will go all the way down for Riverkings icing. Edwards wins the draw. Hartley wraps it around the boards. Stopped by Soderstrom. Soderstrom puts it back in. Schutte stops it for his D. Hartley up to McPhee. McPhee chips it up. Passes missed to Young. Krieger puts it back for Gatos in his own zone. And icing is canceled out. McPhee gets possession in the Dells zone, gets it up to Gatos. Gatos misses the pass, and he'll go all the way back down into the Riverkings zone. Delot behind his own net, looks to set it up. Up to Gatos, who centers for Krieger. And it'll be a hand pass on the Riverkings. Dells win the draw. Phillips puts it back into the Riverkings zone. Gatos wraps for Mance. Mance attempts to trip it out, but held in by the Dells. Sirik centers the puck, turned over. Sirik gains the puck back and brings it into the Dells zone, driving wide. Looks to center, but it's broken up by Nickel. Sirik up to Delot. Looking to shoot. Block. Hatfield keeps it in. Sirik looks to center, to Gatos, but the pass was gone wide. Mance looking to shoot, gives it to Hatfield. Tipped off his skate. Gatos keeps it in. It'll be a 3-on-2 for the Riverkings. Mance. Back to Kasirik. Shoots, saves, Safiro. McManus shoots wide. They'll ship it off the glass. Back to neutral zone. Peterson gets up to Quarters. Quarters puts it in the Dell zone on Severo, who plays it for Soderstrom. Soderstrom to his wing. He misplays it. McManus grabs it. Gives it to Mavrogiannis. Mavrogiannis shoots wide. Peterson looks to drive the net. Save. Goal Riverkings for Adam Peterson. The Dells are arguing that it was played with a high stick.
We're talking about that.
The discussion is with the officiating crew in front of the Dells Ducks goal, waiting to see what the final determination will be on this goal call. My name is Milt Van Natta, happy to join you just a little belatedly, and our full thanks to Parker Rutherford for filling in the opening half of this first period of play from the Southwood County Rec Center. Riverkings have jumped out in front of the Dells 1-0. The goal's at 7:26 of the first period. And we'll get the call from downstairs momentarily. As we continue play, the Ducks wearing the black with the silver and white. The homestanding Riverkings this afternoon are wearing the white with the blue and the green trim, which is a switch from our Sunday night game. Here's the call on the goal. So Adam Peterson gets the goal. Mavrogiannis getting one assist, and Quarters the other. Judy makes the save, and so Peterson for Mavrogiannis and Quarters, that's the first line there. They team up to get the first goal of the afternoon. 1-0 Riverkings, 12:08 to go. First period. You're watching Riverkings hockey on Hockey TV and Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. Eric Schute's in goal, and this faceoff is to his left. Cole Krieger in, taking the draw for the Riverkings. They win it and shoot it around here to the near corner where the battle's on for puck possession, and able to dig it out was Zach Hartley. He shot it to the point and not out. Dylan Nurse tries to force it out. It'll skitter along the blue line and finally be pushed out to center. Well, Prestasnik sends it right back in for the Ducks. These teams played a great game on Sunday night, an overtime game, won by the Riverkings 4-3. Backhanded along by Stelzel, and he'll hold the zone as the Ducks get at least a partial line change. Nurse is able to force it out, but right there at the defense, again, it's Prestasnik who's just going to shoot it right back in, and now the Ducks get their full line change. Moore will shoot it around the near boards, but again, not out. The Ducks holding the zone here. They've not gotten the puck in front or had a scoring chance, but they were able to hold the zone. Now here's the race down deep into the Dells' end as Dylan Nurse is racing Prestasnik for it. And the Ducks come up with it, and they're just going to skate it out right away here. Off the stick of Butler and into the zone. Fleming comes up with it and moves it over to Delot. Delot on right wing, shoots it wide. Nadiash Kachirik was there, but the Ducks able to get there and skate it out off the stick of Butler once again. This one shot all the way down and will be an icing call. 10:15 to go. First period, 1-0 in favor of the Riverkings. Peterson's goal puts them on top in what is a rare weekday matinee game here at the Southwood County Rec Center. But that's because, remember the superstorm that went up the eastern seaboard back early in January? Well, right as that storm was hitting, the Riverkings were supposed to play in a showcase in Boston. Now here's a chance out front, and that one might have gotten a piece of the glove of Schutte or gotten a piece of the post, but that was a point-blank opportunity for the Ducks. Nickel will shoot it in all the way to the backboards. Stelzel was the first there. They tried to center it. That's broken up, and the Riverkings will be able to skate out, but the pass behind Gatos breaks up the rush, and it allows Stelzel to gather it in and get. Now here's a chance for Mance, a backhander. I think that one might have hit Nickel, or it might have hit Zafiro in net, but that puck came free, and Ryan got a spinning backhander off that just deflected away and off of goal. 9:35 for the first. I don't know if we ever got to finish the story, but the story is the games that the Riverkings were to play in Boston were postponed because of that superstorm, that incredible drop of pressure, and so they're making those games up in part here against the Dells Ducks with the Sunday night game and the game this afternoon. Now these are young guys; they're in their late teens. Maybe a one or two. There's a chance in front for Peterson off of Mavrogiannis' rebound, and Zafiro's able to go down and cover it up and make the save and prevent a rebound for Quarters. Little dust up afterwards. So this is the fourth game in 5 days. Even though these are young, energetic young men, that takes a toll on you. Game Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and now Tuesday afternoon. Peterson deflects, bangs away at it. But again, Zafiro is down, and he's able to make the save. So pressure here from the Riverkings. Who are now up to 9 shots on goal and just a tad more than a half of one period. Shot from Mavrogiannis goes wide. Peterson jumped out of the way. Now Mavrogiannis has it in the corner. They shoot it all the way around. At center ice past McManus, but losing an edge is Mueller, and they turn back and they go the other way with McManus on right wing. McManus, a high stick or something, spills Peterson to the ice. We're going to get a penalty against the Ducks. And a little bit of a dust up by or was it Quarters that got hit? No, it was Peterson that got hit, and Quarters that came to his defense, and then it was Peterson who held back Quarters, who wanted to take up his cause. This is going to be at least 2 minutes. Might be incidental head contact, might be a high stick, but whatever the call is, Billy Nickel is the perpetrator, and he's gone to the penalty box. We'll see here again if they give him 2 or 4. There's actually 2 now. 2 Ducks in the penalty box. Hackbarth is also there. No one is in the River King box, nor is the door open. Oh, did I just hear 10 minutes? I think that they've sent Crowder to the penalty box as well, and they said to him, we're right above the benches, folks. They said to him, 10 minutes now, come on. And he said something on the bench. It's not going to affect the manpower, and he's not one of the guys that's usually on the ice. So it's not going to be a big loss in that sense to the Ducks, but he's going to get a misconduct penalty. Let's see what the manpower advantage thing is here, because that's the big deal. There's already 2 minutes up. That we would imagine was the initial high stick or incidental head contact. But what will be the additional time that will go on that clock? Again, no one is in the Riverkings penalty box. There are 3 men in the Dells Ducks box.
2 minutes for cross-checking. 2 minutes cross-checking to Dells number 21. Dells number 22, Billy Nickel. 2 minutes for roughing.
So Hackbarth gets a cross-check. I believe that would have been the initial penalty. Then Nickel gets the roughing, and Crowder gets a 10-minute misconduct, and that's because of something he said to an official. And that was just foolishness. And so now it's going to be a 5-on-3 power play for the Riverkings. Remember that if they score any time in that 2-minute period, they'll continue on a 1-man advantage for the remainder of the 2 minutes. So here we go, 5-on-3 for the Riverkings. It's Mance, and he just had it intercepted, skating out of the zone. Soderstrom's going to chip it in on shooting. That was a tough one. He had to kind of get ready for a short hop there. But let's check out. We have DeLotte out there, Fleming's out there, Mance, Gatos, and Hatfield are all on the ice for the Riverkings. 1.5 minutes on a 5-on-3. Gatos spins it over to the corner. Now DeLotte, Gatos is going to fire and he scores! DeLotte will get 1 assist, Gatos will get the goal, and the Riverkings at the 11:51 mark on a 2-man advantage take a 2-0 lead. Again, we'll wait to hear if there's going to be a second assist. DeLotte will get the primary assist. Gatos gets the goal on the one-timer. Still 1:18 to go on a 1-man power play advantage. Oh, they're going to say Hatfield tipped it in front. So Gatos and DeLotte, the defense pair. Nope, they give it to Krieger. I'm sorry, I saw that differently. So they give it to Hatfield. Gatos and Krieger get the assist on that goal. Here's Fleming's blast. That's off the outside of the net. Navrogiannis lets it pass. Now Peterson tries to center to quarters. Austin in front, couldn't get a stick on it. McManus steps in. He's got some room. He fires off the right arm of Zafiro and out of play. 33 seconds of power play time to go here. So Brooks Hatfield, the California native, gets the goal on the deflection of the big blast from Jacob Gatos to give the Riverkings the 2-0 lead. Now McManus has an alley right off the chest of Zafiro, and down he goes to cover the rebound, and Navrogiannis is pushing a little bit, and as Hackbarth comes along to get involved in that, he loses an edge and down he goes. Which is more embarrassing than painful to him. It's 27 seconds for the power play here. Billy Nickel waiting to come out of the box, but Crowder's got about 8.5 minutes to go. So Hatfield has Kucherik on one wing and Mance on the other. DeLotte and Gatos on defense. 15 seconds as Hatfield goes for it. Kucherik spins away, kicks it to his stick. Ooh, that was hopped up into the air and was about to come down at the feet of Zafiro. He noticed it and he gloved it, and that was a safe and smart play for him to do. Just 8 seconds left on the power play. It was a full 2-minute advantage for the Riverkings. DeLotte at the point. Give line catch with Mance. Ryan has it taken away. Man out of the box. Nichols behind the defense. Nickel coming in on shooty whistle. And we are going to get a offside call, I believe, on that breakout pass. I'm going to say that Nickel was in ahead of the puck, I believe. That's the only thing that I can come up with. And now another man is going into the box here. Gullis is on his way for the Ducks. Maybe that's why the play was stopped, was because of the penalty behind it. I don't know. We'll maybe get some clarification from the call here in a moment. Okay. Too many men on the ice. So that's why they whistled it down. That's why they didn't get the breakaway. It's because they had 6 men on the ice. Riverkings go back to the power play. Fleming McManus, the defenseman, on the points. Mavrogiannis, Peterson, Quarters, the top line out at the forwards. So too many men on the ice. Whistles down what would have been a breakaway for Billy Nickel. That's a big play in this hockey game that the Riverkings lead by a score of 2-0. Quarters drops it off for McManus. Now Fleming with the head of steam off the blocker of Zafiro, and Quarters tried to grab it and drop it to a stick, but he just couldn't quite do it in time. Now all the way down for McManus behind his own net. Broken up at the blue line, turning back the other way. Michelson, he shoots it down into the butterfly of Shooty. 56 seconds for the power play. Hatfield skating. Ooh, had it taken away. That was Stelzel who slowed him up and took the puck away and has interrupted the rush and now steps into the zone. He tried to get a shot off, but Fleming wouldn't let him do that. Gatos, he'll lose it at the blue line. Just has Nickel shoot it all the way down with 30 seconds to go. Riverkings not able to get it set up in the zone here. Can't get through center ice at the moment. Cross ice to Gatos. The big defenseman comes in, lets a shot go that was shot off the stick of the defenseman and didn't have a lot of steam on it when it got to the net and Zafiro. Brett DeLotte. Now Kachurik. Cross ice for Gatos. Same play. Steps in. Blasts it. And right into the arm on the left side of Zafiro. Right now, the Riverkings dominating play. They have 14 shots on goal to the Ducks 4 and lead it 2-0 in what is the most important category of all. So the penalty's over. That second penalty for too many men on the ice has expired. Riverkings really never got a good scoring chance on that power play. And this is an icing. An icing with 4:35 to go. Jeff Warlton is the head coach of the Ducks, and he's unhappy with the officiating crew here. He was unhappy really from the two-man advantage on, and then it just got worse with the too many men on the ice call, and he's unhappy about just about everything now. Sent into the zone by the Riverkings, but no one but Ducks back. Jesse Edwards here at center ice, right down in front of our broadcast location. Digging for it. Shot off of Hartley's stick and down for more. Richard Young just touches it to center. Who'll get there first? it'll be Jacob Soderstrom of the Ducks. Now Scarcella turns back. Makes a move to get away from Richard Young. Now Soderstrom lost the puck in a crowd of 4 Riverkings. Edwards gives it back to Hartley, who's under pressure. Now it's Moore who feels the heat. It's McPhee to get there first. McPhee with Krieger on the ice with him and Nurse. So that line comes out. At the point, it's past the Ducks and all the way down. No icing here. Riverkings will play it with McManus. Now Nurse. Nurse for Moore. And that hit his skate and sent him off balance, and he spills down as the Ducks' Gullis shoots it in. McManus tries to break it out to Nurse. Dillon does a nice job to get to that puck and now make a move for it in the corner. No penalty call there as one of the Ducks spills down. McPhee lets it go, and a quick glove hand of Zafiro snares that one out of the air, and now we got pushing and shoving and scrumming around. Captain Billy Nickel involved again, as he was on that initial play with Adam Peterson that set up the 2-man advantage. So we'll sort it out. We get players going off both ways. Cole Krieger for the Riverkings, and it will be Colton Maynard who heads off for the Ducks. We'll see if there's any manpower advantage here. I would guess not. I bet you they'll match him up here. Riverkings come into this game with 51 points, still in pursuit of the Minnesota Blue Ox, who have 57, and second place in the West Division of the United States Premier Hockey League Premier Midwest League. And those same Minnesota Blue Ox are here on Friday and Saturday. So the Riverkings clearly looking to pick up these 2 points and then draw closer to the Blue Ox and get them twice right here on their own ice, because they would love to finish the regular season in that second slot and have home ice as the playoffs roll around. But they still have 4 games after that set this weekend, 6 after today, including a set down at the Waterman Ice Arena in the Dells against these Ducks, who they have played a lot lately. This is the team now, their 5th meeting since the 12th of January, and today is what, the 30th? So in the course of 2.5 weeks, these teams have played now some 6 times, and so this is the 4th time of 6 that they'll play. And when you play that, what is the old saying? Familiarity breeds contempt. And I think they're getting a little tired of playing each other already. In the corner, it's Quarters. Both teams get a 2-minute penalty. Delot shoots, rebound is free. Mavrogiannis couldn't tee it up. They battle along the near boards for it. Big hit that gives the Ducks reason to celebrate by slapping their sticks on the boards. And now a whistle stops play with 2:15 to go. We are playing 4-on-4 hockey, aren't we? I think so. I think there's a bit of matching minors, though. No, there's just 4 Riverkings out there, and there's just 4 Ducks out there. So a lot of ice, a lot of open ice with 1.5 minutes to go on the penalties. 2:15 for the first period. Gatos has Mance here on right wing, drops it for Kachurik. Puck is in the slot. Zafiro going down to make the save, just prevented Mance from getting his stick to that puck. Soderstrom around 2 Riverkings. Steps in, big blast into and out of the glove of Schutte, and he'll just cover it up with 1 minute of 4-on-4 hockey to go. Shots are 17-5 in favor of the Riverkings. Nichols shoots it off of McManus, and I think that was in Tommy's gear for a moment. He's got Peterson on left wing. He'll put it to the right of the goal, however. Oh, there's a loose puck. Quarters. Austin makes a move over to Fleming, who lost it, and Butler's going to be able to chip it to center. 35 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey. Peterson and Moore are out there. Quarters and now also Hartley on this. Oh, giveaway! Quarters. Zafiro robbed him. Sliding across the crease. Zafiro robs Quarters. Oh, man. That net looked wide open, and that's what Austin thought too, but Zafiro slid over and somehow got a piece of that puck. The Ducks win the draw and they head out on the right wing. Man goes to the front and they get it there, but Schutte is able, I think he got a piece of that puck, and he made the save on Stelzel. Oh my goodness. Both teams are thinking they had one there in a matter of a moment or two. Final 40 seconds of the period. 2-0 Riverkings. Moore shoots it off the glass and out to center. Mavrogiannis will just send it back to his defense here. 20 seconds for the period. Chipped off the stick of Mavrogiannis. He remains after it, and we get a delayed penalty call here against the Riverkings with 9 seconds to go. Unless I'm missing something, we have a 2-man officiating crew today, not the normal 3, and neither of them is wearing the orange armband that tells us he's the referee. And so when that hand went up in the air, I was trying to discern in my own mind, is this a linesman's call or a referee's call? And it's a referee's call. It's a penalty against the Riverkings' Alexander Mavrogiannis. And so just 9 seconds to go here in the first period, but Mavrogiannis' hooking call will give the Ducks, if they do not quickly score, time at the start of the second period. That one almost deflected in front, but it gets to the backboards and it's shot out of the zone. Well, when the second period begins, we will have the Ducks on 1 minute and 51 seconds of power play time, but as it stands now, the Riverkings have goals from Peterson and Hatfield and lead the Ducks 2-0. We'll have the second period after a short break. You're watching Riverkings hockey on Hockey TV and on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. Second period action now, just moments away from the Southwood County Rec Center. So happy to be with you this afternoon. My name is Milt Van Atta, along with Zach Wertrow of Hockey TV, Matt Fillmore, and over on the Wisconsin Rapids Community Media side, Art Napgezek, on a rare weekday matinee. Tuesday afternoon hockey. I cannot remember that before. Certainly all sorts of night action, but an afternoon game in the middle of the week, that I don't recall. And so that's what we have going here today, in a pretty entertaining hockey game at that. One that the Riverkings lead 2-0. They outshot the Ducks 18-6 or 3-1 in that first period. So 6 saves for Eric Schutte, the last of which was the most dazzling, and then good pressure by the Riverkings with the. If you get 18 shots on goal in a period, that is a productive period by any standard. You know, that's a 54 shot on goal pace. So we expect that to slow a bit here in the second and third periods. Remember now, the Ducks are on a power play for the next minute and 45 seconds. A late penalty was whistled against Alexander Mavrogiannis. Billy Nickel skates in and throws on the brakes. Scarcella's out at one point, Soderstrom at the other. Here's an attempt at a deflection, but a really nice job of seeing what was going on by Delot. And he stuck out his skate and he broke up that pass. Now Brett just sends it right out of the zone. Nickel spills to the ice on the fresh sheet. And just a minute 10 left for the Ducks as Soderstrom skates in and is moved nicely off the puck by Brett Delot as he tried to drag that puck around him, and the puck floats back out to center ice, and the Ducks have to regroup. Skating in, Soderstrom drops it for Butler. Gato stepped out and he wasn't able to take the slap shot that he wanted to. Chance Scarcella moves in, shooting down, one save, and then it was Gatos who picked up the puck and was able to shoot it all the way down. Down quickly, Adam Peterson to pick up the puck. He's got it shorthanded, tries the wraparound. Zafiro's down and he's got the post and the ice covered and makes the save, but now that'll force a face-off deep in the Ducks' end with just 31 seconds left. A great job for the Riverkings in killing off this penalty, but they're a very strong penalty kill team. Kucherik wins the draw, goes forward with it. McManus chips it through a crowd and leaves it again for Kucherik to chase. Here come the Ducks. Bevins, and offside is the call with just 14 seconds remaining on the power play. You always have high expectations about a period opening power play. You got that fresh sheet of ice. You've got time in the locker room to go over exactly how you want to attack. And so far the Ducks have not really been able to get in and get set up the way they wanted to. Now that's thanks to some nice defense by the Riverkings, and that's the sign of a really strong penalty kill, is you never let that other team get comfortable in your end and get those good scoring chances, those isolated 2-on-1s, for instance. Through Bevins, and now he'll send it to Stelzo, makes a move around Fleming, and that disrupts the play, and now in behind the play we get a whistle. Net is off of its moorings, and whenever that happens, the referee's obligated to blow that whistle and stop play. So we'll get a face-off to the left of Eric Schutte. Brooks Hatfield will take the draw for the Riverkings. And again, I think probably because of the fact that we're playing a day game during the middle of the week, we have a two-man officiating crew, and I think they're both normally linesmen, just again because neither has that orange armband that the referee normally wears. McManus digging in there against Soderstrom in the corner. Now they go after it again. Fleming's going to pick up the puck for the Riverkings to Kucherik. Hatfield tried to get it all the way to Mance at the blue line, but that was broken up. Kucherik steps in with Hatfield and Mance. 3-on-1 over to Mance. He shoots, and Zafiro just gets the glove hand on it. Kucherik back with the puck. Mance takes a hit in behind the goal. Soderstrom skates the other way. Jacob Soderstrom, one-timer on the way, is wide. One off the Mueller stick. Now Kucherik back the other way, driving through the defense. Down Zafiro to make the save. Moore holds the zone. And a penalty here. They're going to get Ryan Mance, I believe. It's a delayed penalty here for the Ducks. Zafiro coming to the bench, but Moore's going to get to the puck. And that will bring the whistle. We get a trip at this with 16:48 to go here in the second period. So a second power play in the period coming up for the Dells Ducks. Mance is out for 2 minutes on the trip, and here come the Ducks on the power play. Delot and Gatos will be at the defense. Peterson and Quarters will be the forwards on the kill. Gatos gets it off of the Quarters win, but not out. Soderstrom holds the zone for the Ducks. Pass Scarcella and out. Peterson takes advantage of the fact that Phillips hadn't gotten back on side yet to pick up that puck and shoot it all the way down. Scarcella on a right wing. Puts on the brakes. Furthered along here. Scarcella back with it. He'll send it out high to Soderstrom through traffic, but into the catching glove of Eric Schutte. 8 saves now on the hockey game for Eric. And we get fresh troops on the ice. One of the 2 River King goals here tonight, or this afternoon, is a power play goal. And the Ducks are trying to claw back into it with a power play goal of their own. So far, nothing doing. Look at the River Kings, how they keep the Ducks to the outside along the boards, and then you see McManus make a nice play there and just shoot it on down. 1 minute for the Ducks penalty, power play, and the Mance penalty. McManus shoots it all the way out, and here comes Kachurik. He'll get to the puck first, but there's a defender closing. He's got a man closing. It's Krieger. Beautiful play and a goal! Oh, a short-handed goal by the River Kings. Makes it 3-0. Oh, I can't. McManus made a beautiful play in getting the puck out of the zone. Kachurik is so patient in waiting for Krieger to get into scoring position and create a 2-on-1 shorthanded, and then Cole put it away. Just look at it again on the goal cam if you're watching on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. Just look at the beautiful play all the way around. All 3 players doing their job and trusting the other.
Wisconsin Rapids shorthanded goal. Scored by number 12, Cole Krieger. He's assisted by number 7, Napgezek, and by number 20, Tom McManus.
Still 25 seconds here. Shot in front by Bevins. Gatos had good position on him. That one dribbled through traffic, and Schutte down to make the stop with 18 seconds. So we have a goal change for the River Kings. Excuse me, for the Dells Ducks. Corbin Moore has moved into goal, replacing Xander Zafiro. Schutte makes another save here. And it comes with 14 seconds to go. So the River Kings have a power play goal, they have a shorthanded goal, and they have an even strength goal, 1 of each so far today. And they have 5 minutes into the second period, a 3-0 lead. Tasnik shoots it in behind the goal, and Maynard chases, but it's Delot who comes out of there with it. Quarters, that play they say is onside, but now Delot has to chase. Penalty's over. We're back to full strength. 5-on-5 hockey, early second period. Mavrogiannis drops it for Quarters. And he's in a battle for the puck there with Maynard. And, no, excuse me, that's Cameron, Jacob Cameron, that he was scrapping with. Delot moves it to Quarters. Peterson's on this near side. Quarters holds, shoots. And it goes off of Moore, I believe. I think he just made his first save of the day. And then to the back boards. Gatos ahead for Mavrogiannis. They have a 3-on-2 if they hurry here. Mavrogiannis into the middle. Down he goes. Penalty call coming. River Kings are about to go on the power play. Schutte gets to the bench. Power play coming up for the River Kings. It's going to be a 2-minute minor against Shanky. Hooking's the call. Against Shonky. Roger Shonky gets the call. So here comes the River King. Here come the River Kings on the power play. Gatos lets the blast go, goes high and wide and out of play. Gallant and Gatos are playing the defense and at the points. Kacharik is out there along with Mance and Hatfield. Hatfield has a goal today. Deflected a big blast from Gatos for the second goal today. Oh, beautiful play for Mance from Gatos. Great vision to see that, but it didn't quite click. I think someone in the middle there just got a piece of that. So the scrap is on in the near corner. This is a River King power play. Puck is going to come free and be shot down the ice. Jacob Cameron was able to get there. One minute, 15 seconds to go. Some room on a right wing. Sharp angle shot from Gatos. Will deflect out of the zone and force Delott to chase. Quarters goes back to get the puck. Oh, one of the Ducks loses their stick. Chance here for an odd man advantage for the River Kings. Quarters. Blast McManus, save Moore, and cleared. 40 seconds for the power play. Quarters on right wing. Past the stick of Mavrogiannis. Fleming won't be able to get there. It'll be Krastasnik who's there first, and he's now battling for the puck. River Kings, Mavrogiannis is fighting for it, and it shot all the way out. 5 seconds to go here. First man coming in on Schutte is Adele's Duck, but Eric sees that miss and just directs the puck in the other direction. Whoa, Mavrogiannis flies to the ice. Peterson drives the net. He had Edwards coming with him there. At the blue line, the Ducks try to move it in, but they cannot. Jesse Edwards on the puck. Drives right wing and all the way in behind the goal. Centered it for Peterson to Moore through traffic. And kick to the corner. Now Edwards again getting his hands on it. He'll come out of the zone. Loose puck. Oh, backhanded to the front for Edwards by Richard Young. Back into the zone quickly. Edwards shot it off of one of the Ducks. It's Moore wanting to let a big blast go. Now it's brought down out of the air by McCauley, but he couldn't get the shot off that he wanted. That's center ice. Moore for McCauley. Kyle on left wing just chips it in and goes for a line change. River Kings lead the Dells Ducks 3-0. We are midway through the second period, and you're watching River Kings hockey on Hockey TV and Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. Richard Young. Oh, a big hit and a penalty. The River Kings are going to get a penalty here. Krieger's going to go. Took that Dells Duck player right off his feet. Let's see if it's going to be a rough or what they're going to call Cole Krieger for. Charging, perhaps? Boarding, I'm sorry. From my angle, maybe I couldn't. I thought he just hit him hard, picked him up off the ice, and he hit the. I didn't see him go into the boards, but again, it's not an ideal spot for me to make that determination. But not a lot of. Here's a shot into Schute's belly. Puck is still free for the Ducks. Scarcella's got it. I didn't see a lot or hear a lot of argument from the Riverkings bench, so they had a much better look at it from ice level than I did. Puck is free, 2-on-1. Peterson's coming down with quarters. Austin tried to get it back for Peterson, but it was off the stick of one of the Ducks. Third chance on the power play here in the period for the Dells Ducks. Austin Phillips is the man on the chase into the near corner. Peterson's going to get to the puck first. A man coming late, trying to cut off the middle for him. And Adam thinks he got hit up in the face. No penalty forthcoming as he got up off a shot that was high and wide. Bevins steps in. He tried to move it to Mikeson in the middle. Here's a shot coming from Captain Stone Stelzel that you heard the thump into Eric Schute's catching glove. So the Ducks have 1 minute left on their power play, but of more concern to them that they have a 3-goal deficit. 3-0 Riverkings with 8:51 to go in the second period. Now Mance able to get control of the puck and shoot it all the way down. Kucherik and Mance, who are the forwards on the penalty kill. Nice move coming in, and a beautiful save off of Stelzel's shot by Schute, and the goal's off its moorings again. Couple of days off for the Riverkings, at least from game action after this one. And then a huge home series against the Minnesota Blue Ox. Prostasnik pushed wide by Mance, delaying the rush on this power play by the Ducks, and it's coming back all the way down. It's an icing call with 21 seconds to go. So the period started with the minute 51 of power play for the Ducks. So we're nearing 6 minutes of power play time for them in this period. And that means half of the period they've spent on the power play, and they haven't generated any good scoring chances or very few shots on goal even. Just a great job killing the penalty. McManus holding now. Remember, the Riverkings are shorthanded here. And for Mance just holding and digging, the penalty's over. Just a beautiful job once again by the Riverkings. And now we've got Mance tied up in the corner with Wyatt Mikeson. And they'll just separate those two. Mikeson has gone to the box, and Ryan Mance is going to on this side as well. So we're going to have a couple of penalties here, Mikeson and Mance for the Riverkings. We'll see if there's any manpower advantage. I wouldn't guess off of just simple observation, but you never know.
Wisconsin Rapids penalty, number 9, Ryan Nance. 2 minutes for roughing. 2 minutes for roughing, Wisconsin Rapids, number 9. Bell penalty, number 14, Wyatt Nicholson. 2 minutes for roughing. 2 minutes for roughing to Dallas, number 14. Time of both penalties, 12-14.
So the penalties, 2 minutes to each side. And we're going to play 4-on-4 hockey for the next 2 minutes. Let's see who's out there. Fleming and McManus will be replaced by Gatos and Delot on defense. Peterson and Quarters stay up. Peterson off of the face-off win by Quarters, and Moore makes the save. Peterson a steal, holds the zone, has space, and a nice play from behind by Alec Scarcella. Peterson was moving into prime scoring space, and from behind, he just lifted his stick and made a very nice defensive play. And here's a shot right off in front by the same Alex Scarcella that Schutte just got a little bitty piece of. Glove hand, just enough to send it off trajectory. Now Peterson chasing a puck on right wing. He's going to battle for Nickel and take Nickel down. No penalty call will come out of that with 1:08 of 4-on-4. So when this gets done, we will have played 15 minutes, and most of it has been specialty teams play in the period. Very little 5-on-5. When you take into account the penalties and the power plays and the 4-on-4. Here's a man in front, and Gatos was right there at the doorstep, but the puck never got to his stick. He's deep in behind his own goal line. That's not defenseman territory, but look at Gatos, the wraparound. Gets his own rebound, and I think that one got through to Moore as well. Now Delot sends it wide to the net. Kachurik just missed Mavrogiannis firing to the net. And here's a man coming out on left wing, moving down in front on shooting to score! It's Stone Stelzel. Stelzel of the Ducks makes it 3-1. You're going to get a great look on this from our goal cam on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. Stelzel will be on your right as he drives left wing. Makes the beautiful move, and look at that shot. Nothing Eric Schutte's going to do about that. Goals at 13-57. And right back in, loose goal, puck in front of the goal, backhander Soderstrom.
Assisted by number 22, John Nickel, and by number 94, Austin Phillips.
Stelzel from Nickel and Phillips on the Ducks' goal. Stelzel from Nickel and Phillips making it 3-1. Riverkings still on top, but now 3-1. And you can see the jump in the step of the Ducks after that goal. Little bit of zip in their step that was not there before. Peterson has Edwards with him. Mances the trailer over to Edwards. Oh, and he just couldn't get it onto the stick and get it turned toward the goal. Beautiful play. Fleming down low to Mance on the goal line. Tries to bring it in front to McCauley. Held in the zone by McManus. McManus is able to turn it to Fleming. McCauley chases in the corner. Now the puck comes out of the zone. Shot all the way in. Mance touched it near the blue line, so there's no offside. Edwards steps in, but this will be an offside. 4:40 to go in the seconds. 4:40 to go. And it's the Riverkings on top by a score of 3-1. And the shots on goal are starting to narrow. 24-6 in favor of the Ducks. Remember, we told you that the Riverkings had 18 shots on goal in the first period, and we expected that pass. Now stepping in, it's Schonke, and he has it cleared away nicely by Hartley. We expected that pace to slow, and it has. They have just the 6 shots on goal in this period. Richard Young, 2-on-1 with Edwards. Young, Edwards gets it, shoots it, and saved by Moore. Moore of the Riverkings. And that one's cleared away and picked up by McCauley. We have a Moore in goal for the Ducks and a Colin Moore on the ice for the Riverkings. And Colin, of course, playing on the defense. The puck held into the zone by the Riverkings. Comes all the way around and down. Icing is the call. 3:47 to go. So what's going on here, fans, is that on an icing call, I don't believe you're allowed to change out players. And so what the referee's responsible for is knowing who is on the ice and making sure they stay on the ice. I know that is true of the NHL level. That's to discourage teams from taking an intentional icing when they need a break, when they've got tired players on the ice. Scarcella drops it in and chases. Past McPhee and all the way out, but that works to the Riverkings' advantage. Krieger made the play to get the puck free, and he's going to drop it to Nurse. Nurse has McPhee in front, but too much traffic to get it there. Redmond. He's got Stelzel, the goal scorer. Wanted to center it, but DeLotte would have none of that. Now Stelzel does get the puck, but shot it right off of DeLotte's skate. Got a second whack at it. Again, you can see the jump in the Ducks' step. They are skating and hustling in a pace that they have not throughout this hockey game until they got the goal. Broke through with that first goal. DeLotte's got a man ahead. It's Nurse. Dylan Nurse coming in on left wing. That's a big blast goal. Block. And that was off the left leg pad of Moore. Hartfield is the River King that's in that battle for the puck along the far boards. Off of Nurse's stick, he'll chase. You may be able to hear the referee. I can say, move it, guys, move it. He's not going to blow the whistle for a face-off. He wants them to move the puck. And they have moved it out of the zone. Left wing here. Spencer Butler carries the puck. Well, the River King spills to the ice. Puck is up high into the air for Nickel. Oh, you see Nickel go down and Butler go down and Hatfield go down. They're in a heap right here at center ice. Meanwhile, the River Kings break in and score! Mance made the play. And McManus, I believe, was the one who got the goal. Oh boy, what a beautiful play. I was looking down to see if anything was going to come out of this mess here in front of the scorer's bench where 2 Ducks were down and they were trying to keep Hatfield down. It was just one of those physical things that happens in hockey. All of a sudden you look up and to our left and there's a 2-on-1 for the River Kings, and the playmaking ability of Ryan Mance set up the goal. It's 4-1 River Kings. Look at it from the goal cam on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. Look at that play by Ryan Mance. 18:36 is the time of the goal.
Wisconsin Rapids goal scorer.
Here come the Riverkings again. Napgezek saved by Moore. Hatfield gets his second point today. McManus gets a second point today. Riverkings 4-1. And man alive, do those late goals in a period ever shift momentum in a hockey game. Riverkings now firmly have the momentum back with that fourth goal. Shot through traffic to the near corner by Napgezek.
1 minute remaining in the second period.
Oh, shot hard off the skate. Now a penalty against the Ducks. I think we're going to get an interference call. Penalties called against Bevins. And as you can see, Jeff Worlton has an earful for our officiating crew here today. He's going to be called 2 minutes for head contact. Bevins gets 2 minutes for head contact. There's 48.4 to go in this second period, so if the Riverkings don't score in that time, they will have about 1 minute and 11 to work on it as the third period starts. I believe Gatos was the man that got the contact up to the head. The explanation's been made. I don't know that it's been in any sense satisfactory to Worlton, but that at this point really doesn't matter. Minutes are on the board. Explanation still being made to the assistant captains of the Ducks. So we're ready to play hockey with 48.4 to go in the second period. Riverkings 4-1. Draws one by Hatfield. He's after it there, and the Riverkings come up with possession with Kachirik. 30 seconds for the period. Gatos swings it over to Delot. Oh, let it go, looking for a deflection in front, I think. 20 seconds for the period, and power plays at 1.5 minutes. Moving with the puck, Kachirik. Mance with 10 seconds, looks to make the play. Kachirik has Hatfield in front. Moore got the paddle on it. There's a chance for Gatos on the rebound after the weak spinning shot by Hatfield. And with 3.6 to go, we'll have a face-off to the right of goaltender. The goaltender of the Ducks, who is Corbin Moore. Peterson, gotta let it go, and he shot it right off the defenseman. Sean Key took that one right off, I think from the sound off the shin pads, that I think he's okay, even though it might have stung just a little bit the way he's picking that right leg up and down. So after two, it's 4-1 in favor of the Riverkings. They have outshot the Ducks 29-17. You are watching Riverkings hockey on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media and on Hockey TV. Stay tuned, third period action is coming up. As we get ready for the third period of play, you're watching the action between the Wisconsin Rapids Riverkings and the Dells Ducks on Hockey TV and Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. High above the ice at center ice, we bring you the action. I'm Milton Van Natta, Art Napgezek on the WRCM crew, Zach Wertrow, Matt Fillmore on the Hockey TV crew. Late goal in that second period snatched the momentum away from the Ducks, and the Riverkings head into the period up 4-1, and they will be on the power play for 1:12. The fourth of 6 meetings between these teams in a month. And it wouldn't be unreasonable to expect a somewhat scrappy third period. Evans is in the box. The Riverkings are on the power play. Shot in on Chudy, who makes an easy glove play. See who's out there. Kaczerik's up front with Manson. Hatfield, Delod, and Gatos are the defense pair. Shot out of the zone. Phillips shot it out for the Ducks. Hatfield stepping into the zone. Jacob Gatos through traffic, shot it high over the net. Mance looking for a place. Oh, he's trying to feather it through to Kaczyrik, and it was a very nearly a beautiful play. Mance has hands like that. Not every hockey player. Here's Gatos firing, and that one didn't get through. It hit Stone Stelzel, and he's able to clear it then. Some hockey players don't have that vision. Some hockey players don't have those hands. Mance has them both. So the penalty expires. Riverkings and the Ducks are 5-on-5. And the Riverkings have a 4-1 lead. Gatos reverses the puck. Riverkings struggling momentarily to get out of the zone, but not now. Mavrogiannis with Peterson. He dropped it for Adam, but Adam had gone to another place on the ice. Shot through center ice and all the way down. Icing the call against the Ducks. And the linesman says, come on back out, guys. They shot it down and went for a line change. And with the icing, those players at the end of their shift have to come back out. McManus backhands it along, but right to the Ducks. Kostasnik moving it along. So one of the Ducks goes down, Mueller, but there's no call. Peterson with quarters, offside. So for these Riverkings, after this game this afternoon, they will have games on Friday and Saturday, the 2nd and 3rd of February, against this team that's in second place in their division, the Minnesota Blue Ox, a team they are still within striking distance of. Then they'll go on the 9th and the 10th to take on this same Ducks team back-to-back, 9th and 10th of February, before closing out the regular season on the 16th and 17th here against the Minnesota Mullets. Going a goal through traffic. The Riverkings have made it 5-1. The goal's at the 2:29 mark. I don't know if that hit a skate If it hit a stick, we'll listen and get the call, but it got redirected in front and past Moore and into the Ducks' goal. 5-1 for the Riverkings.
Number 27, Richard Young.
Young gets the goal. There's a shot by Moore.
Jesse Edwards.
Edwards.
And by number 22, Kyle McCauley.
And McCauley.
That's Young from Edwards and McCauley. Time for the goal, 2:29.
Good to see all of those young men get on the score sheet today. Young from Edwards and McCauley at 2:29. 5-1 Riverkings. Puck comes free to McPhee. Something of a tongue twister there. Oh, 3 players go down. The Dells player stunned. Then a second. Now we've got a scrap going on. That is become a full-out fight between McPhee and I want to get a better look at that number. Ooh, that Dells player who's being restrained by the official, yet still wants to be at McPhee, gets away from the linesman and goes right back at McPhee. I think that's Blake Hackbarth, number 21. There has been a penalty called, and now there are plenty of words being exchanged down in the corner. Shankey, Nickel, Butler there for the Ducks, Colin Moore, Dylan Nurse for the Riverkings. But let me tell you, Hackbarth is still needing to be restrained from going after McPhee. You can see it down there. He's being restrained. He's on the ice. The official is on top of him, and I don't know if I've quite seen that before, that type of restraint for that period of time. Well, I'm thankful that I do not have to straighten all of that out in some fashion with penalties and the like. They show Hackbarth the gate. He's been ejected from the game. And I think that more than anything, that is because he had been restrained by the official who had broken up the fight, and then he came free. And folks, if you get that look, there you go, the bloody nose on this one official. They gave him a towel to help him out. Again, we can't distinguish the linesman from the referee because there's no orange armband on either of these guys, but that one official's got a bloody nose and he's going to pack it in there. No, lip or nose? Oh boy. Yeah, got a bloody nose out of that deal, and that's why Hackbarth has been ejected. Nickel and Nurse are in the penalty boxes, and we've got he's just going to pack it in. Just going to pack some gauze in that nose to get the bleeding stopped. But Hackbarth has been ejected. He already got his jersey off, and he's already back out, not on the bench, but at rink side watching the hockey game. And I guess he's proud of what he did because he's grinning. Well, let's sort this out and play hockey. would expect that there is future consequences for Mr. Hackbarth beyond this hockey game. Just get that feeling. There's an explanation now, and I think he's sharing, hey, and the official is there and he tells you it's over, it's over. You can't get in a wrestling match that gives a bloody nose to the official. You have to have more awareness than that on the ice as a hockey player, and we'll see what all comes from this in a moment. We just, there are times when there's nothing more to do than to wait. Scarcella, Stelzel, and Nickel are all in the penalty box for the Ducks, and Nurse is in the penalty box for the Riverkings, but until something gets up on the board or announced, I really can't share more information with you because I don't have it. Okay, so now 2 of the Ducks have left. No, we've changed 2 for 2 here. So Gullis and Cameron and Nickel are in the penalty box. Cameron's already served a 10-minute misconduct penalty today. That came when he said something off the bench in the first period. Gonna get some seat time in the sin bin today, Mr. Cameron is. All right, let's see what we got. Five-minute majors on the board against Billy Nickel. Is that right? Should that be 21 or 22? The scoreboard on the east end says the penalties to number 22. That's Billy Nickel. I don't think that's right. Well, he's in the box. What are they going to put up against Hackbarth? He's been ejected. He's got to get some time here. I think the head coach, Jeff Worlton, just told Hackbarth to get in the locker room. And thankfully he did. It's not appropriate for a player who's been thrown out of the game to go back, take his jersey off, and then come stand at rinkside just outside of the bench. That's not appropriate. So thankfully he shooed him back. We still are waiting to sort it all out, folks. We've got 1 major on the board. We've got an official with the bloody nose, and that's all we can figure out at this point. Man, you got to respect so much what the officials do. You get in the middle of that. There's no monitor for them to look at. Sometimes, you watch on TV now and you see NFL games, you see NBA games, you see Major League Baseball games, and something happens and the officials can look at this video in slow motion and see who did what. But these guys had to watch it in real time, and now they've got to sort it out. Exactly what is good and fair in terms of who did what, and they've got to do it all in real time in the heat of the moment, and I don't know how much they get paid, but it's not enough. So 5 minutes up against Nickel, 2 minutes up against Hackbarth. But he's the guy that's been tossed. That's a little bit surprising to me, but well, let's listen.
Number 4, Dylan Nurse. 2 minutes for hitting from behind. 2 minutes on Wisconsin Rapids, number 4, for hitting from behind. Dell's penalty on number 22, Billy Nickel. 2 minutes for cross-checking. 2 minutes for cross-checking on Dell's number 22. Dell's number 21, Blake Hackbart. 5 minutes for contact with an official and game misconduct.
All right, that makes sense, and I think they got it sorted out well. Nurse goes for 2 minutes for the Riverkings. Nickel goes for 2 minutes for the Ducks. Hackbarth gets 5 and is thrown out of the game for making contact with an official. So the Riverkings here are out there 5-on-3 right now. McManus. Oh, here's Mavrogiannis losing control. Puck in a big clear by Stone Stelzel with the two-man disadvantage. I'm a little bit confused about something, but there is no penalty on the scoreboard against the Riverkings. It was announced and Nurse is in the box, but there is no time on the clock, and I can't explain that to you. I thought it would be 5-on-4, but it is clearly 5-on-3. So here we go with Delot at the right point. Kachirik moves it to Gatos and then to Delot. Going to let one go through traffic, but it's going to go off of the shin pads of Alex Goder. .35 on the first penalty for the Ducks. Oh, through the crease. Hatfield tried to find Kachirik. Delot. Now Gato steps in, wrister through traffic. Phillips gets it and he skates out. Oh, and he goes down. Delot was coming over to contest, but Phillips is taken down by his own momentum as he's slipped and lost an edge. First penalty's over. It's 5-on-4 now. 5-on-4 for another nearly 3 minutes. Shot all the way down. Schutte will stop it for Gatos. Again, I cannot explain to you why Nurse's penalty was never put on the board. Stelzel steps in alone. 1-on-2. Moves to the forehand. Ridden off the puck by Delot. Nance cleans it up and moves it along. It's Hatfield into the zone for Mance. Ryan, such a patient player with the puck. Fleming in his skates. And what do we have here? Whistle. Nurse is out of the box. So there's something I'm not understanding about Dylan Nurse's penalty. He served the penalty. Was not allowed to come onto the ice at the completion of it, but we needed to wait for the next whistle. There's some rule procedure that I'm not understanding about that, and I apologize for that. Nickel chases with 2 minutes to go. Peterson holds the zone. Adam. Oh, and a deflection and a goal! It's Peterson to Quarters to make it 6-1 Riverkings. Another power play goal today. A couple of power play goals and a shorthanded goal for the Riverkings, who now are rolling 6-1. 6:42 of the third is the time of the goal. And on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media, just watch the beauty of this. Peterson patient with the puck. holds that puck, waits for Quarters to get to where he needs to be, puts it on the tape, and Quarters does not miss. He scores to make it 6-1.
Wisconsin Rapids goal scored by number 18, Austin Quarters. He was assisted by number 28, Adam Peterson. Quarters from Peterson.
So no other assists given. So Quarters and Peterson both got a point on the first goal of the day, and they each get their second point on that goal. Still, that was a major penalty against Hackbarth, and that's why the Riverkings continue on the power play here for another minute. Oh, Delot's going to be able to hold the zone? Yes, he is able to keep it inside the blue line. Kachurik spilled to the ice by Turnbull. Shot from out front, and a goal on the rebound. The initial shot was by Delot, and I think it might be Cole Krieger's second goal of the day. We're going to have to wait for the call, but it's another power play goal. This one comes at the 7:40 mark of this third period. 7-1 Riverkings.
Wisconsin Rapids goal scored by number 2, Brooks Hatfield.
Hatfield got the deflection.
Ryan
Nance.
And by number 16, Jacob
Gatos. Hatfield's second goal of the day. Still on the power play. Here comes the Riverkings. Quarters tries to move it in front. Can't.
Riverkings' 6th goal. Goal scored by 18, assisted by 28, and by number 8. 18 from 28 and 8.
So Fleming gets an assist on the previous goal, but scored by Austin Quarters. Hatfield from Manson Gatos. 7-1 Riverkings. Puck is shot in with 11 minutes and 28 seconds to go. The Riverkings now can just take care of a half a period of clean hockey. They will move on up in the West Division standings. They'll get to 53 points in their pursuit of their opponent this weekend, the Minnesota Blue Ox, who at the outset of this day had 57. I don't know if they have any games to play prior to, there's a blast from the point by Macaulay before coming here on Friday. My first guess would be no, but maybe they were involved in a showcase situation too. I don't know. So Peterson, Hatfield, Krieger, McManus, Young, Quarters, and Hatfield again today for the Riverkings. Now Schuette's going to play this one. Along the far boards. Puck comes free to Colin Moore. Center ice. This play needs to get onside, and that's why the Riverkings allowed the Ducks to pick up the puck and move with it, but they stopped that offensive quickly before it ever got to the blue line. Open ice here for Richard Young. He takes a big hit in front of the Dells Ducks bench. We have a delayed penalty call here, or is it an icing? It's an icing. And again, fans, for those moments when I have had some confusion today, normally we have a 3-man officiating crew, and normally the referee, who has a different role than the linesman, has an orange armband on. We don't have that today.
Assisted by number 5, Lamont, and by number 16, 2-5-16 on the Riverkings' 6th goal.
Okay, In behind the net, Nurse feeds it in front now to the point. A blast by Gatos and a save by Corbin Moore. We have a Colin Moore and a Corbin Moore on opposing sides here today. So anyway, let's go back to the officiating crew. It's a 7-1 hockey game. We have a chance to explain the game a little bit for some fans who aren't as well familiar with it. Now another penalty against the Ducks here. Going into the box, it's Rebman, and Jeffrey Rebman heads off. When the referee's hand goes in the air, it's a penalty. And you see the guy with the orange band on put his hand in the air, you know it's a penalty. But today, no orange armband, and so linesmen will raise their hand when it's an icing. The referee will raise his hand when it's a penalty. And because of the markings on the uniforms, we haven't always been clear as to which is occurring today. Redmond gets an unsportsmanlike penalty call, and here come the Riverkings right back on the power play with a whole bunch of power play goals already today. Look at that blast off the point by Gatos, and unfortunately it stung his teammate Al McPhee. McPhee is hobbling to the bench. He took it right off of his right knee, and he's hurting. A minute 20 for the power play. DeLotte in, moves to the center, to the backhand. No play to be made there as Soderstrom does a nice job. They battle for it, and Nurse comes free with it. Again, this is a River King power play. Walking in DeLotte, and off of the left leg pad of Corbin Moore. Gatos couldn't stop the puck. He'll have to chase with 45 seconds to go. In behind the net, Soderstrom tries to make a move away from Mavrogiannis and ends up in a scrum with Zach Michelli. Good to see Michelli out onto the ice, one of the newer River Kings. Now Mavrogiannis is down. And it's flipped out for McManus to chase. And the power play wraps up. So we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Sully now, that one skittered through Shooty. He went down in the butterfly, and that kind of just wormed its way through the 5-hole, and thankfully when it came out the other end, it turned to the right and not to the left. Final 7 minutes of the game and a whistle. And it's Micahson who is unhappy with one of the River Kings. I think Micahson is, he's escorted all the way to the bench. Is there a penalty? No penalties coming up, but he skated him all the way over the bench and told him to get on that bench. No, we have McManus now heading to the River Kings penalty box, so looks like the Ducks, nope, they're going to send one of the Ducks too. Cameron. I laugh, folks, because Jacob Cameron has not seen a lot of ice today, but he's seen a lot of the penalty box. He has served already significant chunks of 10-minute game misconduct of his own doing. He served the 5-minute major of Hackbarth after he was tossed from the game, and now he's in the box. McManus is gone for 2 minutes. There's no markings up on the scoreboard in relation to Cameron. 2 minutes. He'll serve it for Wyatt Michelson.
Wisconsin Rapids. Dell's penalty is number 14, Wyatt Michelson. 2 minutes for misconduct. 2 minutes for misconduct for Dell's number 14. That penalty is being served by number 11, Jacob Cameron.
And I'm not sure why Michelson is not being allowed to serve his own penalty. I'm trying to check the bench now to see if he was thrown from the game. They did not say that when they announced the penalty, but I do not see him on the bench. So he may be the second Duck to be tossed today. Harkbarth and now Michelson. Yep, there he is. He's outside of the rink. He's been tossed from the game. 2 ejections for the Ducks. And we play out there 4-on-4 for the next 1 minute and 20 seconds because of all of that. Richard Young turns away with the puck. Lost it to Soderstrom, who's got the center of the ice. Drives the net, comes in, shooty down. And he makes the save, and he got a nice job from DeLotte to prevent Soderstrom from getting a good shot away there. 7-1 Riverkings. They lead it with 6 minutes to go. DeLotte walks in, tries to find Richard Young, who's got one already today. Breakout pass is ahead here. Number 16 is Gullis, Justin Gullis. DeLotte pushes it to Jesse Edwards, who goes wide on right wing. Crosses to the center and gets ridden off the puck. Spencer Butler with the strong defensive play there. Whoa, big collision. Down goes Young, and then he's pushed to the ice the second time by Butler. Penalties are over, and we'll play 5-on-5 hockey. That one goes out of play. Popped high up. I don't know if it hit a light or hit a beam or hit the ceiling, but that one went out of play by going up and hitting something above the rink. Krieger is being delayed by Cameron. Nurse couldn't pull it in to get a shot off. Goes behind the net. Wide open, Moore shot it, and a nice save by Moore. Colin with the shot, Corbin with the save. Oh, and then Crowder knocked the stick and out of Colin Moore's hand, and he just drew a penalty. Crowder spent more time in the penalty box than on the ice today. That by my unofficial reckoning now will give him 19 penalty minutes that he has served. 10 of his own, or 12 of his own, and 7 for others. And then he played dumb, by the way. He came to the bench, leaned against the bench, and said to the referee 3 times, "What?" The referee's got the door open, is pointing, "What? What?" Well, oh, and Scarcella tries to break out. Here's a penalty against the Riverkings. Hartley will head off.
Wisconsin Rapids penalty to number 14, Zach Hartley. 2 minutes for tripping.
So Hartley trips Scarcella to prevent a breakaway. And this might be one of those times where you say it was a good penalty, because Scarcella's probably free if he doesn't do that. So 14 seconds difference, a minute 39 on the Crowder penalty, a minute 49 on the Hartley penalty. Ooh, Quarters almost got free. Gato steps in, tries the spinorama. Quarters holds the zone, doesn't let Scarcella out. Quarters gets the Riverkings set, snaps it in. Wanted a line change there. That's why Quarters didn't push into the offensive end but backed up, was to get things set up for a line change. And with 3:38 to go, we have a whistle that stops play. Nice job by Matthias Kachurik. Blast Fleming, that one hit something before Moore and went out of play. Soderstrom of the decks, stopped by Fleming, but following up, here comes Bevins. McManus takes care of him. They dig away in the corner. Nearing the end of the penalty times. Mueller's turns and sends it in deep for the Ducks. First penalty to Crowder will expire in 10 seconds and give the Dells about a 13-second power play. Young battling for it for the Riverkings. Here comes Crowder. 10 seconds to go before the Riverking is back out onto the ice. 5, 4, 2 seconds, and a whistle with 1 second left on the penalty situation to Zach Hartley. And another penalty call. Mueller goes this time. So in 1 second, the Riverkings will have a 2-minute power play as we have just 2 minutes and 22 seconds left. I only see 3 Riverkings on the ice. I wonder if that's... No, the referee is at the scorer's bench saying something. McCauley's in the box for the Riverkings. Mueller's in the box for the Ducks. And I think he just said match him up, match him up. So that would indicate we'll play 4-on-4 hockey for the next 2 minutes here. All right, so we're playing 4-on-4 hockey. And Nurse moves in on a right wing and drops it for Edwards. And they tried a little give and go there. And Dylan Nurse might tell you he was tugged down by Goddard. minute and a half on the 4-on-4. Moved to the front of the Riverkings net, but cleaned out. Nurse moves down, man in front. Edwards shoots right into the belly of Corbin Moore. Beautiful playmaking by Nurse there, giving Edwards the chance. Jesse after it, shot it just wide. Delayed penalty call here coming against the Ducks with the minute 28 for the game. So we'll play 4-on-3 for a minute 8, and then the final 20 seconds of the hockey game. It's Roger Schonke that will go, and he just takes the gate. He says, I can't get back into the hockey game, which technically he could. If the Riverkings were to score quickly, he would be eligible to return, but he's had enough. So he just takes the gate and heads toward the locker room. There's the conversation, the instructions to the scorer's bench that needs to add another 2 minutes to the side of the Ducks. And now the coach of the Ducks has been tossed. And for what he said to our referee today, he has been tossed. The third member of the organization to be tossed from the hockey game. So 4-on-3 hockey for the next minute and 8 seconds, and then should be 5-on-4 for 20 seconds, depending on if there's any goals in there. So, and this is a day, folks, you talk about the officials. I made the comment earlier that whatever the officials were getting today, it wasn't enough. That goes for the folks down in the scoring booth too. The guy that keeps the official score sheet, runs the clock, does the PA work, all those folks. There's a team of 3 down there, and they deserve a bonus too. Here's a save by Moore with a minute 2 to go on the 4-on-3 power play of the Riverkings. It's Bevins who won the draw and chased after the puck. Coming back the other way, Hartley moves it to Mance. Now the puck is free and onto the stick of Hartley. Under a minute to go now. Soderstrom with it. Soderstrom just skating with the puck here. I'm not sure why there wasn't any pursuit up the ice, if that's some type of protestation or not. I can't tell you, because here come the Riverkings. They say we'll play. Moore drives wide, centers it for Krieger, and that one just pushed wide. So we go to 5-on-4 hockey now. 5-on-4 hockey. Krieger turning right wing, looking to make a play for Richard Young, and gets a shot on goal. Corbin Moore doesn't know where it is, finds it. Final seconds here, 3. And the hockey game ends. It's a blowout for the Riverkings. They take care of the Dells Ducks today by a count of 7-1. They moved to 53 points on the year, and they will practice, have a couple of good days of practice before they welcome the Minnesota Blue Ox on Friday and Saturday. Looks like the Ducks have moved off the ice. They are not going to shake hands today. Interesting. Well, not totally surprising, however, in light of the fact that their coach and two of their team members are ejected from the hockey game. 7-1 Riverkings. They win it. We thank you for joining us today. For Matt and Zach and the folks at Hockey TV, for Napgezek and everyone at Wisconsin Rapids Community Media, I'm Milt Van Adda. It's been our joy to bring you Riverkings hockey. There will be more coming up this season. Stay tuned to Hockey TV and Wisconsin Rapids Community Media.